Hey, how's it going, Perry? You doing all right today? Sorry, I'm just not getting set up. I'm going to have a couple of videos coming out tomorrow. One's going to be a review of this because I've heard so many people talk about it. And I really need a miter gauge if it'll fit my T-slots, and I'm going to do a review video of it. I didn't get to do much of anything today. My fiance had her birthday party last night, so I didn't get home till late, and I didn't really get to do anything. I got me a few tools, though, so I come out on top. You cut your workbench with your circular saw, is that what you said? Yeah. Was you on here when I was explaining what happened to mine? See that cut right there and that long cut down through there? I did that with my circular saw. Hey cat, how's it going? But yeah, Perry, that cut in my workbench there was from one of the pallets I had picked up, had about a 1/2 inch thick sheet of plywood on it. Hey, there's Ryan. How's it going, Ryan? Hey, Amy, how's it going? But it had about a 1/2 inch thick sheet of plywood on it, and I wanted to see how good the plywood was, so I got me a piece of sacrificial scrap wood to put under the plywood to cut it to see exactly how you know how good of plywood it was. So I laid the plywood down on the workbench and started cutting. I thought, man, this is really bogging my saw down. And then I looked up across the shop and I seen my sacrificial board was still laying over there against my wood rack where I had set it when I pulled it out. So I was just cutting straight through the plywood into my workbench. Hey Ryan, I enjoy hanging out with you guys. I really do. This is real. I promise, it's real. If I look AI generated, AI done a really crappy job, let me tell you. Yep, that's exactly what I did. Don't have enough sense to put, I mean, I went and got the board out of the scrap wood pile, but for some reason or another, it didn't make it all the way to the bench. I was so upset that day, and I learned a lesson that day. I'm gonna screw up, and getting mad does not help, so just screw up, laugh at it, and go on about your business. That's what I learned that day. Yeah, I'm bad about doing stuff like that. I really am. See there, I just about dumped that monster out on my workbench. Oh, Amy, what's more important, sleep or hanging out with us? Let me rephrase that. What's more fun, sleep or hanging out with us? I know sleep's probably more fun too, but I'm just teasing you, sweetie. You have a good night. Thanks for popping in and saying hi. I do greatly appreciate it. Make sure you hit that like button before you leave. Hey, how's it going, Ed? Did stay safe, have fun still in here, or did he or they disappear? Well, usually when I get mad, that's when I see how well the closest object to me will fly. Like a piece of a fence picket flies pretty good, whereas my circular saw does not fly nearly as well. I'm glad you got to stop in. I got two videos coming out tomorrow. One of them I'm going to be doing a review because I've heard so much about this. I'll give you guys a sneak peek. I finally caught one at my local Harbor Freight, and they had a heck of a sale going on yesterday, so I grabbed it. There we go. The Bauer miter gauge. If it'll fit my T-slots, I will give you guys a good, honest review of it. Hey Dave, how's it going? Perry, I don't even have to be upset just for the cuss words to happen. That's just part of my natural vocabulary. is left there. Oh yeah, there's plenty enough left there. I think I know what one of my videos will be tomorrow now. Hey, there's Josh. How's it going? But yeah, Ryan, the other night when I was in here and I had all these jars sitting out here with all the stains in them on my workbench. Everybody kept making jokes about them, and finally I said, you know, it was like right after I made the Kool-Aid video, I guess, because I said I like my Kool-Aid like my women, boiled and put in jars. I've heard a lot of good stuff about the miter gauge, and I've heard one person say that it wasn't worth a crap, but the person that said that, I'm not sure how much stock I put in what they say, so we'll see. Yeah, Josh, I understand about the rough week. It has been a long one for sure. I took yesterday off to celebrate my fiance's birthday with her. Her birthday was Wednesday, but she wanted to have her party yesterday, so I took UPTO time off for that. Thursday, I left work at lunchtime, which would have been 9 p.m. Just because I was so run down, I couldn't do anything else. I couldn't even hardly hold my eyes open. So is my sound okay, guys? Alright, good bit. Yeah, there's plenty of B12 in this monster. Now, I've been a little bit sick for a couple of weeks now, and it's just starting to hit me a little bit harder. There's Nicole. Nicole, did you get to go to Harbor Freight and use their sale yesterday? They had a sale for Inside Track Club members yesterday. It was 20% off any single item, which I used on the miter gauge. And then you got, if you spent like $50 or $55, you got a free tool. And I was only like $5 short having enough, so I went ahead and got me a 5-gallon bucket in the lid, because I can never have too many of those, and got me a heat gun. But that heat gun's priced at $19.99, and I got it free, so. I paid less for everything I got than I would have for just these two things. I got a roll of shop towels, a battery charger for AA and AAA batteries, 5-gallon bucket and lid, and something else, and I can't remember what it was now. But yeah, yesterday was definitely a good day to go over there and shop. I'll be using that heat gun for something tomorrow too. Something I was supposed to have done a long time ago, but I had to replace something that disappeared. Hey Kevin, how's it going? Come on guys, 14 people, 8 likes, let's keep them going up. Hey, there's Red Frog. This is really the only reason I wanted the heat gun, because I wanted to try one of these. Fiance had ordered me one off of Temu. It was a lot smaller, but it disappeared. I can't find it, so I found one at Walmart and got it. I figured I'd try it tomorrow in a video too. I've been dying to find out if those things work or not. Hey, Robert. You snuck in on me. I didn't even see you. Oh, Dave, I have no doubt. I mean, she ordered me 3 more of them off of Temu, but, you know, coming from China, I don't want to have to wait another 6 months to do that video or do it on live, because I was supposed to have done that. What was it, Kat? 3 weeks ago I said I was going to do that? Maybe a month ago? You've been cooking your girlfriend for dinner. You're not supposed to do that, Robert. Or you're not supposed to tell us you're doing that. Oh, cooking dinner for her. My bad. Since I've got all y'all on here, are there any projects y'all would like to see in the next couple of weeks? Hey Chase, how's it going, buddy? The Scorch Marker Pro. You're supposed to be able to write or draw on wood with it, and then hold a heat gun over where you drew, or whatever, some kind of heat source, and it burns the wood instead of having to use an actual wood burner. Seems like it would be easier to do that way. I'm not really artistically inclined, so. Sorry guys, I didn't leave you. I'm just trying to get some kind of organization going on in here before tomorrow. Is Flossie in here yet? Hey there, Jack in the shop. What's going on? Nicole, you can blame Daniel for that because he usually ends up doing something that I was going to do, so I have to find something else. So that's usually how my projects come about. But the scorch marker, I had said during a live I was going to do a video on it, or maybe even try it out on a live, but that was a month or so ago, 3 weeks ago, something like that. This miter gauge, I really hope it works because that's something I could definitely use. A hanging light. Well, that's going to be coming here pretty soon too. I could probably speed that up a little bit. I've had the kit for it for months. You guys that have been around long enough to remember Daniel's 2x4 challenge, I was going to do a little hanging chandelier lamp out of it. I even bought a little lamp kit to do it with, but now I'm going to make something else out of it. So there is a lot coming pretty soon. I've been playing with ideas in my head about it already. Yeah, well, I usually don't announce my ideas, Josh. I mean, the only one that I've really announced so far has been the marker and the miter gauge. I've not really announced anything else. It just happened to work out that way. But, you know, I'm not worried about Daniel coming out with an idea before me. That's fine. I mean, you know, but there's a couple of people that are starting to get into this that seem to be wanting to steal ideas and do what they can, and it's starting to cause some trouble, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Oh, red frog. It wasn't in here. That was what I got yesterday from the Harbor Freight sale, was the Bauer miter gauge. see, most of what I hear is good, but I've heard one person, or one or two people say it was terrible, so I figured I'd just find out, make my own conclusions and do it in the video so other people could see. Oh yeah, I can totally do a tater bin. That's actually something I had thought about doing months ago, but I hadn't quite got around to it yet because wood's expensive. But now that I'm back working and can afford a little bit more wood, I can absolutely get started back on that. That is what you mean, ain't it, Dave? What they call a tater bin. It stands about waist high. The top of it opens for taters, and then there's a drawer down towards the bottom for onions. Is that what you mean? Okay. That's what I figured you meant. A bread box. That's not a bad idea either. I'll have to find me a little bit better wood. I don't know if I'd want to do a bread box out of cedar or not. I mean, it wouldn't hurt anything per se, but I just imagine it might change the flavor of the bread a little bit. The only time cedar really becomes toxic is when you breathe in a bunch of the dust, as far as I know, Perry. I mean, I could be wrong, but I made one of those planters that everybody makes back early spring last year, and I don't have a planer, and I was going to finish it and make it a really nice one, but by the time I sanded through all of that, oh my Lord, I could not breathe for a week. So I started wearing my mask when I sand a bunch of cedar since then. I don't know, Flossie, you're awful late. Should I welcome you? Of course you're welcome. How could you even ask a question like that? I mean, look, Flossie, I've even got an empty jar right here just for you. I'm glad you got your saw fixed, Flossie. That tickled me to death to see that. Oh, I can make you fit in that jar, I promise. I got plenty of tools right here to help me. Trust me, you will fit in this jar right here. I promise. Oh, I'm horrible. Oh, good. I'm glad I made you laugh. Damn, Josh. But yeah, Josh, I know what you mean about people working and stealing ideas. Pretty sure I have a pretty good idea of who you're talking about. I know there's a couple that do it, but there's one in particular that really likes to do it. No, that came out exactly the way you meant for it to, Josh. Well, Nicole, I did some measuring, and I've got to say I wasn't real excited about the discovery that I made. Hey, my damn it. Are you still in here, Ryan? Well, Moyock, I've got to say, you missed something very important in Ryan and Mike's life. It was all about you, too. They were trying to find a name of what they're doing instead of just a dual live stream. So they were trying to come up with names, and I guess I come up with the best names. The name I came up with was, they could add a third person to it and name it Whacking Rockets with My Cock. I knew Ryan was still in here lurking somewhere. But you can't never tell what I'm going to say, what I'm going to do. I'm just one of those people. If a thought comes through my brain, it comes out my mouth. You see, Ryan, I try to be funny because I lack a personality or the ability to be cool or anything like that, so I try to at least be funny. It's worked out for the last 45 years, so we'll see. And I've got to get me a laptop so I can figure out how to quit having to borrow my fiance's phone to keep an eye on the chat. Hey Ryan, when you're live, are you using your front camera or your selfie camera? Thanks, I appreciate that. I like to get everybody together and have a good time, I really do. What I really need, Nicole, is a laptop because YouTube Studio has some features for desktop and PC that they don't have for mobile devices for some reason or another. Well, thank you guys. I appreciate that. I really do. Rodney Dangerfield of Tennessee. Oh hell, yep, that sounds about right. Okay, Nicole, you have a good night. We'll see. I might try to come back live again tomorrow at some time for a little while. Well, I've not thought about Rodney Dangerfield in a long, long time. He was hilarious. Rodney Dangerfield, George Carlin. Yeah, they were probably my two favorite comedians of all time. Josh, you can get a mouse and hook up to your laptop and use it instead of using the little pad. I used to have to do that. Flossie, were you talking to me? I used the black cherry Kool-Aid. I put it in one of these half-pint jars, and then I just filled the jar the rest of the way up with boiling water. That was all I done. Hey, there's old Pat doing today. All the stains I made, Flossie, the only thing I done was boiled them down. Like the red cabbage, the beets, the blueberries. I boiled them down, mashed everything up in it. Boiled it down to reduce it, to make it a slightly thicker liquid. That was all I done. Well, let's see. Okay, if you want it like that, it was 1 part Kool-Aid, 4 parts water, 5 parts hoping, and 3 parts thinking it might work. But no, nothing super secret. But it was black cherry instead of cherry. That's the... Here's what it looks like now. Oh shit, that's bright. I'll make sure it's bright. Come on, man, get up over the chat. But that's what it looks like, however long it's been since I done that. But it was just the black cherry Kool-Aid. The grape Kool-Aid finally actually came out came out a little bit purple. Not as much as I figured it would, but it still did come out some. If you with the natural stains that I used, all I done was I sprayed a coat of shellac over top of them. Just because, you know, they are food products, and I doubt they would mold, but I didn't want to take a chance on it maybe happening, so I just sprayed one little coat of shellac over top of them. As far as regular stains go, you don't have to unless it's going to be outside. But it looks better if you do, in my opinion, but I've got the jars labeled of what they are. I just haven't labeled the pieces. I guess I probably should do that though, now that I think about it. Let's see, black cherry Kool-Aid, grape Kool-Aid, and this one was Deidre Rosie. I mean dark roast coffee. Chase, no, your shop is never going to be clean again. I have figured that out too. I cleaned it up once about a year or so ago. You can find the video of the before and after on Daniel's Facebook or somewhere. But I don't see me ever getting it cleaned all the way back up again. I don't know, maybe one of these days I'll have money for a shop vac. Or maybe I'll just buy one of these. Walmart has a thing you can put on a 5-gallon bucket to turn it into a shop vac. I might just get it. Yes, you can, Chase. I used to have like a whole candle shop worth of candle molds and stuff. But you know, you get divorced and the ex-wife either keeps or throws it away or does whatever she does with all that stuff. So, do you guys see a difference in the camera angle today than what it usually is? Got me a tripod today, and I mean, I can see the top of my workbench with it just fine. I can see the top of my table saw with it just fine. Maybe that'll prevent me having any more problems like I had in the last video with camera angles. Yeah, Josh, it's been pretty warm here the past couple of days. It's been up in the 40s and 50s the past few days, during the day anyway. Still been pretty cold at night though. I will say this, the tripod is much nicer than what I was using for my camera setup. Ow. This right here was my setup for my long form videos. I would just move it wherever I needed it in the shop to point in whatever direction I needed. Now to do my short videos or lives, I would use this. And my phone would sit in it like this right here. This one won't sit in it because it's too big, but my phone would fit right in that groove right there. That's how I would do my shorts and my lives. Hey Mike, how's it going? Hey Joe. Yeah, I went to Harbor Freight. I went in there to get the miter gauge because it said online that they had one in stock finally. So I went there to get it, and I got a double and triple A battery charger and a roll of shop towels. They had 20% off for Inside Track Club Appreciation Day, and told me if I spent like $6 more, I could get a free tool. And they had like a torque wrench, a heat gun, a set of drill bits, and something else. So I went and got me a 5-gallon bucket with a lid, and I got the heat gun for free. And I mean, just for the miter gauge and the heat gun, it was pretty much what I paid for, and everything else might come out to being free. I paid like $64.13 was my total, I believe, something to that effect. And I mean, that heat gun was $20 and the miter gauge was $44 or something, so I come out really good on that. Okay, I read that really, really wrong, Joe. Really wrong. thought you said you was gonna go hammer down on your old lady. Oh, shit. At least it wasn't just me that thought that. At least it ain't just me. I'm not the only pervert in the bunch, apparently. But I mean, yeah, my little camera set up here served its purpose pretty good from September till now. This is the first time I've used my tripod, so I've got to say I'm pretty pleased. But that worked out really good for a while I needed it. Hey, Keith. Yeah, Keith, that's something I need to be doing. I need to be building me a router table. Thanks for clarifying that, Joe. I was having a hell of a time trying to figure out what that word meant. But yeah, I plan on building me a router table here pretty soon and mounting this Drill Master trim router to it because I'm not real good with a handheld router apparently. Hey Phil, how's it going? We're supposed to be on 9 hours at work right now. It's looking like we're going to be working every other Saturday from here on out for a while. If they can keep things running. But that all depends, you know, if they can keep everything going like they're supposed to or not. Oh, sorry about that, guys. My allergies or sinuses or something are going nuts. Ugh. Hey Josh, go ahead and go live. Don't look at what my shop looks like. I mean, don't worry about it being clean. Hell, if any of us have a clean shop, we're not doing anything in it. That is what I believe about that anyway. It is getting hard to find the time to go live. That I do know. I just try to wait till everybody else is done and then go, or I'll go around lunchtime during the day and pick up what viewers I can pick up. If something happens and you would, I think, don't forget my offer that I made you to begin with when you first started talking about going live, because that does still stand if you're interested. That's okay, Kat. We all get phone calls and all kinds of craziness going on all the time. It's almost never ending around here. How's the weather where you're at, Keith? Oh, hell, you're fine, man. Christmas before last was my first real glue up. And it was a stash box for my fiance. And the tray part, the rim around the tray part of the top, glued just fine, but when I glued the box itself together, it was too cold and the glue didn't dry, and it just, when I unclamped it, it just come flying back apart. So hammers and nails fixed that problem for me because it was Christmas Eve and I was trying to get done. If they ever make that funny green stuff legal in this state, I believe that's something I'm going to start making and selling. Oh no, arrest Flossie for coffee abuse. My last build was the Bluebird house. There was a video on it. That was my last build right there. It's a bluebird house. You can raise the side of it up to clean out the nest for next year. No, not more. Somebody just asked what my last build was. Yes, Joe, that's what I was talking about. Whereas I don't do stuff like that, my fiance does. So I made her a nice box to hold everything she had with a rolling tray for a lid. It turned out, it was probably my first really, really fine piece of woodworking, and it turned out pretty good for, you know, being a real beginner at that point. I am going to go back and make her a new one now that I know a little bit more, but well, I didn't say hash, I said stash, but same thing. That's technically what this is supposed to be, but it has tobacco in it. I'm always behind, Cat. Hey Josh, I understand. I mean, life comes first before anything else. I mean, personal stuff's gonna get in the way. It's gonna happen. We have to deal with it. I mean, everybody understands that, or at least I think they do. I do. I don't know. Have I talked to you guys since my mother went to the hospital? My mother has kidney cancer, and they do a CT scan on her every 6 months or every year. I think it might be every year, once a year now. But when they done that CT scan, they found a blood clot in her liver near her main artery or vein, whichever, and called her and told her to go straight to emergency room. And they kept her to the hospital overnight and gave her some blood thinners and sent her home. She'll probably be on those for the rest of her life, but she's doing okay. Mentally, I don't know that she's doing okay. She seems like her mind's deteriorated some since this started, but hey, that's fair. That is a very fair point. I don't know. I think it started before because she actually wanted to have me, so I guess that it probably started deteriorating before then. Oh, Lordy. Yep, I'm the best laid plan anybody ever had. I'm the best laid plan that anybody ever had that they screwed up. Have a good night, Kevin. We'll see you later, buddy. Thanks for stopping by. We appreciate it. What was I looking for now, damn it? I was looking for something, what was it? I don't know. I got up to look for something. I ain't got a clue what it was now. Yeah, I've had a couple of those in my time, for sure. Hmm. Now, I got up to get something to do something, but what was it? I don't know, hell. Maybe if I sit back down, I'll figure it out in a few minutes. The way my nose is running, I sound like I've been sniffing something for sure. Lord have mercy. About 6 or 8 months ago, one of my first videos I was going to do was going to be one of the pet bowl things, pet feeder things. And I found the absolutely perfect bowls for it, and I was going to make the video, and then somebody else wound up making some, so I didn't. But check these out. Found those at Ollie's. Those are awesome. Oh, now I know what I got up to do. Charge the phones. That's what I got up to do. Yeah, it might be a good idea. I'm still with you. I'm just getting phones plugged up, guys. Bear with me. I haven't disappeared completely yet. I'll get my arm out of your face in a minute, guys. Okay, let's see here. There we go. Okay. I'll reach the outlet, or am I gonna have to? I promise I'm not crazy. I've not totally lost my mind. I swear I've not. That's my story, and I'm still. Okay, did that get that one charging? Son of a bitch, that hurt. Okay. Okay, there's one phone plugged up. Now for the chat phone. I promise I usually have things planned out a little bit better than this. I didn't realize every phone in the house was dead. What the crap happened on my camera? Uh, now then. Now we're back. Sorry about that, guys. My shop is 13 feet wide by about 26 or 28 long. At the floor, it's a little bit wider at the top because this little wall right here is just a partial wall. It comes up to here and then it goes back another 2 or 3 feet before it goes up to the ceiling. The only problem with it is honestly this big old wood stove in the way. If I could move it, I'd have a lot more space and I could do a lot more rearranging. But I think I've done pretty well with the space that I've got. It looked like before I turned it into my shop, it was basically just a bunch of junk scattered around everywhere. Okay, that's weird. Still there, guys? So how long had my thing been spinning like that? Has it been doing that ever since I plugged it up to charge it? Because when I try to use my microphone that plugs into my C port, it does that. Let me experiment one more time here and see. Don't go, Josh. Josh. It looks like if I plug anything into my C port, even my... No, I charged my phone the last live I done for a little while, didn't I? What the hell is up with my camera? I don't go nowhere, Josh. You're fine. You can say whatever you want to here. This is a safe space. For some people, anyway. Might not be a safe space for everybody, but there's a few people that I deem it a safe space for, and you're one of them. Damn, Joe, that was brutal, man. Cat, you're gonna have to put on your white and black striped shirt and be a referee, it looks like. They're getting ready to rumble. No, Flossie, for some reason or another, whenever I plug my phone up to charge, it tries to cause it to disconnect me from the live. Josh, he loves you. Now's your chance. Yeah, when I touch my thing, that happens too, but I think YouTube does that. That's not me. That's not my fault. All these women in here's husbands and boyfriends is gonna hear stuff like this and they're gonna come hunting me down. Oh my Lord, I better be careful. I can't, Red Frog, it's too much fun. Touchy, touchy, $5. Are we that bad, Josh? Damn, I can't believe we done drove somebody to drinking. I guess that's pretty bad. Yeah, that's one thing I am good at doing, talking shit. Just because it's fun. I mean, when there's drama going on that does not directly involve me, I love to insert my thoughts just, because I want to be the whole problem. I don't get why my camera's so fuzzy now. Where was I earlier? When earlier? Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what's up with my camera. It's weird. Surely God plugging my phone up didn't cause all that. Now let's see. Did that straighten you up any, guys? Maybe if I move the tripod back a little bit. Yeah, you want to see what you missed? I'll show you. That's what you missed, Josh. What's crooked? Well, that pipe up there is crooked anyway. Let's see. Hey, there's actually levels on this. Don't show it being crooked. Is that better? I know you're just messing with me, but you got me. Is that better? There we go. I bet that fixed it. Yeah, all the white spray paint on everything. My cousin's little boy got down here at some point in time. I don't know how old he was when he done it or anything, but he got down here and spray painted the word pipe on the pipe, and he's got his initials on the wall 2 or 3 times. But that's okay. I'm getting ready to paint everything white anyway to see if it helps with the lighting in here. But it's 11:43 where I'm at too, little blue. How are you? Sorry, I would sing that, cat, but I don't know the rest of it. Drop down, flip it in reverse. Sit. I'm doing pretty good. I got a good bunch of people in here chatting with me, having a good time. We're a bunch of woodworkers just cutting up with each other, talking about wood and life and joking around and having a good time. Well, that's good, little blue. Learn all you can. I'd give anything if I could go back and have somebody when I was 11, 12, 13 years old to get me interested in woodworking back then. My life might have turned out totally different. Oh, Chase, I want to talk to you sometime tomorrow or the next day. Send me a message on Facebook, please. Yeah, I'm easy to mess with. And sorry, Kat, that wasn't Amy. That was just me. I felt like throwing in something that looked cool. Make it look like somebody liked me. Well, I mean, we're both in Daniel's group. You can see me and add me, or actually, I might already have added you. I'm not 100% sure. What are these limits that you speak of, Josh? Yeah, Chase, that'll be good. Yeah, I like all you guys. You guys are great. Yeah, it would be really crappy not knowing you guys now. It really would. Cause this right here is the highlight of my week, getting to sit around and talk to you guys for a couple of hours. That's something I need to do is get a haircut. But I'm afraid to this time because this is the last time. I'm 45 years old. I'll be 46 this year. And since I turned 18, I have been growing my hair out, letting it get down a little bit past my shoulders, and then I would cut it off and donate it. I started out donating it to Locks of Love, and then I had been hearing some things that they had started charging people for the wigs, so I found another charity and started to donate it to it. But seeing what the top of my head looks like, I know this is probably the last time I'll get to cut my hair, so I've had a hard time bringing myself to cut it. Melissa, you don't need blue hair. No, that's not going to look good on you. Robert, let me tell you what you missed. I jumped up on my stool and stripped. That's what you missed. Yeah, Joe, you're exactly right. If I'm not joking around with you or picking on you or something like that, it's because I don't like you. That's God's honest truth. If I'm not giving you a hard time, it's because I do not like you. And anybody that knows me knows that's true. Well, when you've got your hair in a bun 6 inches up over the top of your head, Melissa, yes, you could dye your hair blue and be Marge. Absolutely. Hey there, my honey's handmaid. How are you? I can't remember your name. Crap. Oh, Steve. Okay, that's your name. Little Blue, I stream whenever I can. Sometimes Saturday night, sometimes Sunday night. Sometimes I'll do it through the week around lunchtime, like between 11:30 and 1:30, somewhere in there. It honestly just depends on when I'm able. We're a community of woodworkers, and there's a couple of other channels that go live too, so we all have to try to work to not step on each other's toes when we go live, so. If you want to, Little Blue, just subscribe to my channel and watch some of my videos. That way you'll get notified when I do go live. We got 20 people in here and 22 likes. Heck yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, I try my best to be a pretty good person to everybody that I can be good to. Not everybody will allow me to be good to them, but I try. I don't know how lucky she is to have me, but I'm lucky to have her for sure. I definitely got better into that deal. If you guys don't know, Melissa is one of my friends in real life. as long as you read the descriptions of products pretty good, you do a pretty good job on Temu of getting stuff. I mean, occasionally there'll be things that won't be quite right, but for the most part, we've been happy with everything we've got from there. I mean, honestly. I only have 2 big channels in my subscription anyway. Let me go back and see what exactly was said before I make any more comments. Yeah, we try to stay fun and down to earth. And Josh, I understand exactly what you mean about the bigger channels for sure. I mean, there's one that I'm still subscribed to, but actually there's probably 2 that I'm subscribed to because I haven't cleaned out my subscriptions in quite a while, but anything that comes up, I only watch from one of the big channels. The rest of what I watch comes from you smaller guys like me. Damn, Joe, you couldn't have explained that no better. That was the exact perfect way to explain that. Oh my Lord. Hello, Hassan. How are you? I'm doing pretty good. I could complain, but it wouldn't do any good. Sorry about the shaky camera for a minute, guys, but sorry about that. Sorry about that. Cat, check your messenger. All right, Chase, have a good night, buddy. We'll see you later. Thanks for stopping by. Did you get that message, Cat? Just let it, woodworking is the area of interest, Hassan. But Cat, just let it slide as long as there ain't no problem. We'll just let it continue until it becomes an issue, you know what I mean? We like to work with our wood. Mountain shelf, mountain range napkin holder, bluebird houses. Bat houses. Oh my God, Blue, I know that's a nightmare. And I smoke because that's my only vice. If I didn't smoke, I would lose my mind and it would not be good for the rest of the world. Well, thank you, Blue. Where did I literally just had it in my hand a minute ago. If you take this napkin holder, see if I can get it folded up right again here. And get big enough napkins so you can bring a point of your napkin up. Well, shit, I don't want to be big enough like this, it's gonna be too big. Ain't got nothing quite the right size, but you can put it in there like that, or you can bring it up. If you've got white napkins that are the appropriate size to fit it, you can bring them up to a point so it looks like a snowy peaked mountain. Like that. But that's a blue shop towel instead of a white napkin, but that gives you the basic premise of it. My smile looks like Popeye. I like that. That's funny. Hey, there you go. Smurf Mountain. Hell yeah. Hey, Cat Sweetie, would you post the link to my business page off of Facebook? Can you do that? I may have to do it if I find it. Not the Facebook group, but the business page. Yes, I make phone holders. I made one not long ago at all. About a month and a half ago. I make them all sizes too. I can make phone holders that'll fit on your keychain. That probably won't hold my fiance's phone, but see, that's my little keychain phone holder, and I have a big one. My fiance was using it a while ago. It's upstairs. It sits about yay high. Brings your phone up about that far off of the table. What noise? Of the napkin holder or the phone holder or what, boy? Well, the bigger phone holder I made it in the style of what they call a camping chair or a Viking chair, only I shrunk it down to the size for a phone holder. You could use thicker, stronger wood and make it big enough to be a chair that you could take camping. It's just one piece that slides into another. This little phone holder here was one somebody had made on a video, and I adjusted it a little bit, and that was what came out. I've got a whole bunch of them ready to finish over here to set up a booth. I've got to give them a little bit more sanding and another coat of shellac. And they'll be ready to go, and put the hardware on it, and they'll be ready to go in my booth. But yeah, they gotta be cleaned up and refinished. The first phone holder I made functioned like these, only it was probably about the size of two of them and a little bit longer, and it was too big for a keychain. I decided I wanted one that would work for a keychain, so that's what we wound up working down to. I still ain't quite fond of the shape. I'd like to reshape them a little bit more, but oh shit, there went Beyonce's phone. Okay, it didn't break it. And here are my soap holders or soap dishes or whatever you want to call them. They got grooves in the bottom and grooves in the top, so water and soap will drain down from them into the tub or the sink. And that was going to be a bookmark before the stain accident happened. As soon as they get this bridge opened back up down here from where the flood washed it out, I intend on setting my table up down here at the store where they told me I could and having a big sale. I'm hoping that'll be enough to get me jump started. I thought that other phone holder was up here. I guess not. But yeah, I've got a ton of stuff that I make or I'm going to be making this year. Yeah, it just shows you my keychain phone holder. Right here. That's my phone holder, my keychain phone holder. I believe when I set up a booth somewhere, I can sell them $5 a piece all day long. I really, truly do. I've made quite a bit of what I think's been pretty nice stuff anyway. Everything from money clips to laundry basket organizers, which holds 3 laundry baskets. Think of it kind of like a dresser. It's framed out and it's got runners for clothes baskets to sit in for people to sort their laundry in or on. I've definitely got some projects I've got to be working on. One of them that I was going to do, I had some tools malfunction I haven't got to do yet, but I'm going to try to get that worked on. I don't think it was actually the tool malfunction, I think it was the John malfunction, but I was hiding from you, Flossie. I didn't want you to see me, I was ashamed. Holy shit. Better check my batteries. Uh-oh. Sorry guys, bear with me a minute. My phone's about to die again. I'm trying to get everything worked out right here. Okay. Is everything working right? Can you guys hear me? Is the light still running? Anybody? Hell yeah, it's working. All right, good deal. Okay, got that took care of maybe now. Oh, damn it, now we're back to the camera being screwed up. That's so weird. It's nice to meet you too, Blue. Come back and see us anytime. So you guys got any plans for the rest of the weekend? Anybody making anything interesting? Have we got it now? Thank you for catching that, cat. I was trying to get live to straighten out. I appreciate it. All right, Joe, we enjoyed having you. You have a good night, buddy. Yeah, Flossie, it's got something to do with my phone being plugged up, and I can't figure out what it is. It's weird. It's driving me about crazy. Are we looking better now at all? Mm. it's not just you, Flossie. It's something to do with everything being. God almighty. Okay, I give up. It's got me whooped. Alright guys, I guess I'm gonna go ahead and call it a night. It's 12:30. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. Cat, I'll holler at you here in a little bit. Flossie, Josh, Old Path, whoever else is in here that I don't know their name or don't see. Thank you guys for coming and hanging out with me. I greatly appreciate it. I'm glad you enjoyed it, Flossie. I may try to do this again tomorrow sometime. I may do it during the day, or I may do it tomorrow evening after everybody else is done with their lives. I won't do it over top of one of the others if they're live, because that would make me feel bad if I tried to do something like that. So I just can't. But well, you guys have a great night. I will see you tomorrow, and you will have at least 2 videos from me tomorrow. Sweet dreams.